Indigenous round in the Hungry Jacks NBL is one of the most significant events of the season. All teams will be wearing jerseys specially designed by Indigenous artists as we celebrate, recognise and acknowledge Indigenous cultures across Australia, New Zealand and beyond. It's also a massive night at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre for the 36ers assistant coach Jamie Perlman, who takes the reins in the absence of CJ Bruton due to COVID, in front of what is a crowd looking for an Adelaide 36ers victory tonight. Hi everyone, I'm John Casey. Great to have your company. We appreciate you sharing your Friday night with us. This is the first place between Adelaide and the Phoenix this season. How will it pan out? Let's find out from our experts, Nard Copeland, Pete Hawley and Cam Luke.
Thank you, Case, and welcome to everyone right around the nation, wherever you might be, as we get ready for a big weekend of Hungry Jacks NBL, Hall of Famer Nard Copeland, Championship player Melbourne United, Peter Hawley. And I'll start with you, Copes. It is a unique night. Jamie Perlman taking the reins. It's the way that, sport has been, coaches, players missing, but it's a must-win for this team that's desperate to stay in touch with the top four.
Well, that's right. Look, the problem is Phoenix is just way too strong, I think. You're never going to count them out. But without their head coach, you got guys like Creek and Adnan and these guys that have been there and done that. It's going to be a hard job.
Pete Hawley, welcome to you. We talk about Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. They're a legit championship contender, and they want to lock down on the seeds 1 or 2 for home court advantage in the semi-finals.
Well, no doubt that's going to be crucial, and especially with the business end of the season coming up, these are the games that they need to be making sure they take care of. But Adelaide were terrific last week, so I'm looking forward to this one.
There's a Norday starting 5, a Nordis March Madness, 20% off everything. Use code MADNESS. Who has to stand up here, Halls? Who has to be the man to stand up and lead this team?
Well, that man was terrific last week. Dusty Hannah's 24 points off the bench. But my little concern for the Adelaide 36ers in this game is Daniel Johnson-Cambesto, the biggest Kai Sotto coming off the bench, because Mitch Creek and Joe Chi, if you let them start getting going, they have a bit of trouble there guarding in that big spot, even on pick and rolls. That's where a bit of my concern is going to be. If they fix that up, they're in with a shot.
Coach, Dusty Hannah's was great last week, but he has been inconsistent, which is almost indicative of his 36er outfit.
That's exactly right. Look, he's coming off the bench, but look, he's one of those guys who can get hot early if he comes in and they find him in the right position. Last week he was great. So if they have a chance, he needs to be hot.
Speaking of great and consistent, that man is one of the leading MVP candidates, and he headlines the DoorDash starting 5 for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Leafa's in there, of course, Creek. You speak about the big fella Halls, but this is a very deep team, Coach.
This is a very deep team. Creek coming back to Adelaide. Usually when he comes back to Adelaide, he puts on a show. If he puts on a show, Adam with a great game last week, Brokoff, who's playing better than he's played in the last 3 months, they're scary. They're scared they can get going.
You mentioned Kyle Adnam. They are a deep team, and it seems like someone steps up each and every week. Last week, Bulls, it was this man, your former championship teammate. 25 minutes, 24 points, dished it out 6 times as well, and it gives them that flexibility and confidence that when you're given the task to stand up, you can do it.
That's what he's going to do. We know he's the captain of the team now. He's got that leadership role, but he's going to come in and get him up and always play with confidence. Right now, I've got him leading the Sixth Man of the Year conversation. Super consistent coming off the bench and always an integral part of a deep outfit.
You coach, you right?
Yes, I coached him. He was on the second team in Sydney. He was going at the guys then. He's not afraid of anybody. He's a tough, hard cookie, and he can play.
All right, the aim ladder to have a look at where it all sits, because South East Melbourne Phoenix are the right end of the ladder. Unfortunately, Adelaide right now at the halfway mark desperately need wins this weekend. They've got a tough one on Sydney on Sunday against Perth, but Bulls 5 and 11 is a hell of a lot worse than 7 and 9 if they're able to have a great weekend.
No doubt about it, but really, if you think about how important this game is to one of the teams, it's the South East Melbourne Phoenix, because that top 5 starting to break away from the pack and it's starting to get a little congested there. You want to make sure you take care of business. Even though it's away, Adelaide 36 is looking really good. Last week against Sydney Kings going down by 3.
Who wins?
Phoenix, too much firepower.
Coach?
Phoenix.
Oh, a little hesitation. We're away.
No hesitation. No hesitation.
Okay. Here's Craig on his return. Cambesto's big year continues. Dench met by Lealfa. That's going to be fun to watch. As will this be. Mitch McCarron. Besto, little left-hand floater.
I'll tell you what, though, I'd love to see Mitch McCarron be the old Mitch McCarron, the Mitch McCarron playing cans. I want him to be aggressive. Go after Mumford. Get Mumford in foul trouble. Take control of this game.
Johnson with his first rebound of the night. On a Friday night, across the nation, Hungry Jacks NBL. Both jerseys. We'll talk a lot about the Indigenous round and the jerseys and what it means for so many people, but straight up, first thoughts, they look outstanding.
Well, all of them across the league too, but first glimpse of Indigenous round, favourite round of the year by far. They look spectacular. The stories are even better than that, and we'll get touched into that a little bit later.
Mumford, been a little down on how he started the year. This man, Brokos takes a little bump, can't get it to go. Gee, just too big inside. He's able to get the first points for Phoenix.
If he can stay out of foul trouble, could be a long night from 36ers.
That's going to be an offensive foul. Daniel Johnson just leading right into Ryan Brockhoff there. And you're right, and Cam Bairstow's really, he's going to be terrific on the glass. Just does all the little things. He's missed a fundamental ball in the NBL. He uses his body to try and get to position. My biggest concern, again, with Cam Bairstow, who's been outstanding, is he can only play in small spurts. He either calls for a sub or they sit him down just to try and get some rest. By far the most consistent player this season.
Creek, guarded by McCarron. Double team comes, leaves Brockhoff wide open. That's dangerous. And you talked about wanting Mitch McCarron to be a bit more aggressive and confident. We are seeing that from that man in the last couple of weeks, Coach.
Absolutely. But why would you leave the best shooter that wide open on the floor?
Well, it looked a little bit like that scout. In the first play of the game, they went under 2 stagger screens, and he missed it over the look, and then leave him open on the double. It was going to make you pay more off the line. Not just that's a great shooting the ball. It's Cam Bairstow fade away there. He hasn't been shooting the lights out, but again, I think Ryan Broncos really 1 or 2 games away from breaking out of that, and then everybody's in good trouble.
Here he is for 3. Again, that's a little short. He came in mid-season last year on the back of quarantine and all the rest of it, and didn't quite get to. Takes a little bump. There's Johnson, who looks like he's had himself through there. But it feels like he's more comfortable now, and he gets more uncomfortable almost every single minute he plays. And this is the Ryan Brockhoff we expected to see when he signed at South East.
Absolutely. Then on top of all of that, he's going to the glass like a big man. Yeah. How many offensive rebounds does he get in a game?
I mean, it's credit to him when his shooting statistics have been so low to have still a positive impact on the game. Not what we saw last season when he came in late. He struggled to shoot the ball and he kind of disappeared in a lot of games because of that. He's found a way to still have that positive impact, and Daniel Johnson, Mr. Consistent over the course of his career in terms of putting the ball in the basket for the Adelaide 36ers.
Another man who's going to have to stand up and continue to deliver at the highest caliber. Isaiah Humphries and that bad news. And his Adelaide team still searching, or at least have an import slot, which is an ongoing conversation. Mumford uses his body to give himself a little bit of space, and he's able to get the floater to go.
That's tough.
Early days, Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Second on the ladder, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. 5 and 9 Adelaide as they try to keep those playoff chances alive. Here's Bairstow. Gets G in the air. Great play by the veteran. And that is exactly why he continues to bottle the line. For the last 2 years, Pete Hawley, he's the last man signed.
Well, the reason he's the last man signed is because we know he's injury prone and so often that he misses so many games because of that. But they took a chance on the Adelaide 36 and it's paid off dividends. He's really rewarded them for that opportunity. He's played well. Yeah, really good way to go too. Just have to do that. I know Bairstow created the space, but you just got to stay straight up with your length and your height. Try and disrupt that shot.
I think you can. Why would he be the last person to find that he can't?
I understand, folks, that he's had his injury issues and there's always the issues of overseeing. I'm with you 100%.
I don't care if he's got a broken leg and a cricket arm.
You're on the side of getting Cam Bairstow early and you ride with him and his talent as you do. Sunday bench wrapped up. Mitch Creek. Cheap shot firing inside.
I do like that the Adelaide 36ers going to Cam Bairstow against Joe Chi. I know the bigs in general for the Phoenix are a bit foul prone. Try and put them in those positions early and see how they respond.
Shot clock into single figures. Brockhoff wants to take a right. Chelsea going in the air. Beautifully done. Little help defense from Withers was probably enough. His aggression already 4 shots tonight.
There's another one.
That's what I spoke about. He can stay out of foul trouble. They look a whole lot better, but
If he can stay in this foul trouble consistently, talk about them being a legitimate contender, they are. Right. The problem right now I have with this, he picks up a lot of fouls, a lot of cheap ones, and he's not really they change the way they play. They bring in Brandon Ashley as the backup big, just as, if not more, foul prone.
It's a big if. The question is, and you already said, Halls, you said this on the last play, he actually was going to have Daniel Johnson to take a tough 1-foot floater over a wingspan that exceeds 7 foot. You don't need to put the arm down for the block.
Well, he doesn't, and he also, he can't be guarding Daniel Johnson. Daniel Johnson's so crafty at drawing fouls against everyone. We saw it already against Mitch Creek. He knows that. He knows he'll pick up one foul before he's going to go right at you like he did there. And here comes Brandon Ashley, who, with she having 2 fouls, really important he can stay out of foul trouble.
Creek. Guarded by Johnson. Here's Mulford. Shot clock down. He's going to need to get the work off an Ashley screen. Got Bairstow on the mismatch. Has him dancing. Move away. So kept alive. And they are fading in. Throw it to the arms of Daniel Johnson. Now McCarron. 2 on play. Flicks it to Bairstow. Great hands. Mulford comes off the size 13 Knights and will stay with the Phoenix.
great hands. Great hands. 2-on-1 though, you got to score here. So you got to keep going to the basket. That's the one that
That's the one that everybody knows which one has on the basketball. One more dribble, try and draw Munford. Then it's a little dump off there. Otherwise, just goes an athlete.
one more dribble and get to the basket. You got to get fouled to make a left side.
So a great defensive play into the broken play with 10s and a 3. How often do we see that, folks?
Probably every game.
Here is McCarron. There's that man as well. Withers the 3. Off the window.
He's asking for trouble, no trouble there. So he just had a little bit of a bite on the shoulder fake, really, to top the 3 from Mitch Creek. Well, it's that 2 big plays since coming into the ball game.
Okay, Cam.
This will hit these rooms for the rest of the game. I'm sorry, though. Just get a lid on it. And then Mitch Creek, that's too easy. Straight line drive.
An entertaining start on a Friday night to kickstart the Hungry Jacks NBL in a big weekend. Winners straight out of can't finish it this time, takes a little bump. Free. Got it. And that's the evolution of Mitch Creek. That's turned him into a very good player to one of the best in the NBL.
One thing you can't afford is for him to get going.
It's 7 early. Sotto, great pass inside. Daniel Johnson with a roll. But the big man's really good.
Well, he is. The Brent actually way waiting on that shot though. Some of that screen. That's goaltending there. So he believes he's getting one for this season. It's correct. He's slide. Stay down on that. Creek throwing it up from outside. Easy too. Little dump off pass.
The lead is 5. Mitch Creek with 9 leads all scorers. Early days against his forward team. Here's McCarron. Shot right down to 6. Johnson knows it. Lets him fly. 25. Down around home.
Daniel Johnson highlighted. What can we do in the defense ready against Mitch Creek? Will he say right now, just go point to point? Okay. We'll let the both go at each other.
There's nothing like coming home. I'm sure he still has a lot of fans in the audience.
He's had a great start. He's got 12. Johnson right back at him for 3.
Right now, Mitch Creek, let him go shot for shot. Both of the double figures already.
And the midfield is well. 3 turns down the right. Second one. Taking the ball. Johnson, first third straight. And the Adelaide Entertainment Centre's going nuts.
So something about games that Colts commentators, there's no defense play. Daniel Johnson, 14 points. He missed one free throw.
He's just under 15 on the season. He's got 14 in the first 7 minutes here on a Friday night.
Well, the first one you saw, Mitch Creek closed out, but he's hands down. Flint's going to rise up and shoot it.
And if somebody like to see that ball go in the hole, you get that next one. I'm taking the next one. I don't care where I am.
Jamie Bellman's in control. Let's have a listen. First time out in control of Adelaide 36 is Jamie Bellman, standing coach. And Daniel Johnson's got him off to a nice start. He's got 14. Creek, as you can see, 12. And the two former teammates are going at it. And coach, I'll go before that Peter Hawley speak. How would you go hitting 3 straight threes and then going to the bench? Well, it happened. It's happened right there.
It must be the number 21, because that happened. It did happen in our play. I think it's 21.
Oh, we talk about that all the time. Someone hits a 3 and sits down, but you hit 3 in a row. We'll talk about the Adelaide 36 stats. So, on the season, Dusty Hanners, who just entered the game, he scored 20 plus 4 times. Daniel Johnson 3 times. Sunday Thatcher once, and that's it. The only team that has less 20-point scorers this season, as Mitch Creek fills it up again, is Cairns with 7. We're looking for other guys to put points on the board. They just haven't found it consistently enough.
Tarangi in for his first minutes. Harris likewise for the 36. Osato's had a great start, but straight in to Mitch Creek.
And is that 2 on 3?
That will be foul number 2. You're right. Didn't quite get across. He's got 14 in the first quarter. Have to take a seat as well. She as well already has the 2, as we can see there. But an entertaining start. And a great start by both Mitch Creek and Daniel Johnson with 14 each.
We saw Adelaide position on the ladder. Sotto misses that one. This could be the worst first half of the season for the Adelaide 36ers in terms of records since 2015. So
why do you think that is?
Well, I think a lot of it has been obviously their team makeup. Isaac Humphrey's one not being healthy is misses both, and two now being rubbed out. It's a huge out. This man before he got hurt last season was an MVP contender. So that's going to change the way they go about things. So the good thing about that 2015 season, they ended the season 13 wins and 1 loss. So they know how to turn things around.
Good pass. Great pass by Karen. Harris couldn't finish. Now they're going to push the other way. It's a 5-on-4. Tarangi was able to attack the rear. They'll stay with the Phoenix on the bench. What did they do that year? They finished on top of the ladder. What year was this, Pete?
2015. So those good hands there by Dusty Hannes.
Did you see this team doing that?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
This is true. There's Ashley. And it's Scott's one.
It's called for a foul as well. Well, you mentioned they still have that import spot up their sleeve.
Would you bring an import in LP?
Pretty soon, absolutely, I think. If we find someone enough, quick enough. That's what we blubber all here for Dusty Hale, who's popped up in the face. And you mentioned Mitch McCarron. I think he's got a big talking point all season. One of his better games looked good when Dulfmeyer was starting in the one. And Mitch McCarron was already in this quarter right now. Brings the ball up, gets him in the offense. Okay, they're trying to go at Joe Cheat. Once he passes the ball up, doesn't see it again. If he does, it's late shot clock's got to make a play happen.
Cameron loses it for a split second. Would you? Import?
Depending on the win-loss today. If they win today, yes, I would look at bringing another import in. But if you lose, it's pretty hard to make that top 4. I'll probably just give the guys on the bench a little bit more time, I guess. But speaking of Mitch McCarron, he hasn't even attempted a shot yet. You got to look at the basket, Mitch. You got the ball in your hands. Be aggressive.
Willis no good.
Good energy.
Harris, great pass, Sotto taken straight by Glidden. He's had them 24 points last week. Had the hot hand late in that big win. Ryan Sotto, great defense, and in the end, Adam had to try and wildly pitch it out straight out of court for the Phoenix.
A little bit disjointed on the offensive end. The Phoenix good hands from Cam Glidden. Running up past Sotto. I mean, if you're going to go up against Sotto there, just go off 2 feet into his body, then you might be able to draw some contact. If you do it up in one, take that hit and then fade away, it's going to be hard, but absolutely. Without Mitch Creek on the floor, their offense just isn't slowed as well in the half court. He's got the 14 under 24 points.
Same as Adelaide. Daniel Johnson sitting down, back down.
Back on down as we're into the game. 15-second differential between the shot and game clock. Dench, 3. Harris again on the offensive glass. Great job. Energy since coming off the bench has been great. And in the end, kept it alive. Withers was able to tip it in.
Get a sense there, Brand actually getting too physical, doesn't want to get early fouls.
Shot clock is off. Anthem, 2-man game with Ashley. Gives it to a great little pocket pass. And Ashley was able to lay it in. And Adelaide the first quarter at Adelaide. Only shot Daniel Johnson felt like missing was a half-time heave. But it's a 1-point lead for the Phoenix, 26. The 36ers, 25.
Your
Looks like he was really trying to not get too physical underneath. Didn't want to pick up any early fouls as Hannah's goes straight to the crowd.
Speaking of the crowd, you've played here, coach, 2 years. You're a South Australian Hawks. While they're having a great year, they just continue to get there in their droves with these.
Very smart crowd, very enthusiastic, very passionate crowd down in Adelaide. Win or lose, they will come to watch the 36ers. And that's what makes basketball great now.
Brokoff can find it. It's a pretty hand of Ashley. Brokoff hitting the glass again, which has become his specialty the last month or so. Here's Hannes. Fast break set up by Dusty Hannes. And McLaren has his first bucket of the night.
Let's hope that gets him going.
Again, just playing off the ball. That's what I was talking about a little bit. Part of the two, let him see the ball in a different part of the offense. It's just hanging. He's one up. That's long. Kyle Adams with the offensive rebound. Callie. Hit from the captain.
What's he taking with us? Pitches it out. Clinton for three. We're right behind it. Back guy. Brokoff again. And another possession for the Phoenix. Third time lucky. Great job now. McCarroll's a little bitty break. Looking.
No, I'm with you. You thought that in transition until somebody pulls you up. That's the case. Into the contact, you got to look a bit more aggressive. And so here's the dump off. Good drive, and then that's a good cut from McCarron because Dusty Hannah's had nothing. Unless you go corner to corner, this one corner, that man's getting hard, fellas. So the last time that the two players had 14 points in the first quarter of the game, February 2008, that would be Julius Hodge, Adelaide 36ers, and Rod Brazard from the Slingers. That's a good sort of throwback there.
A little risky meeting Julius Hodge and Adelaide 36ers. Little further away and get that to go. Just pokes it away from Mumford and it leads to a line. Little soft felt he could have given us a little bit more between here and the superstar. He's able to get it going in the lead down to 5.
He's one where right now we're seeing, CJ Brooks not here. He's playing the players much of the game until he needs a sub. Around slap from behind it. Another easy two. Still having an impact. He's got the 3 assists. 1 rebound, 4 points. Good start for the second quarter for the 36ers. No surprise, Mitch Creek got checked back into this game.
There's Jamie Belvin, who you would have played against, Coach, in your illustrious career, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I played against Bowman, yes. He's a hard-nosed point guard who's always up and in. I remember him always trying to steal the ball. But since he's a little fella like yourself, I just take him to the box.
Yeah, I'm a mouse in the house.
Mouse in the house.
Here's Mumford, a great little pump. That's getting down. Best I didn't get there in time. Actually, he's been able to get it to fall, and now he'll go to the foul line and stand from 15 feet to get through the old-fashioned way.
Just very close. And again, the thing about coaches challenging these ones, you've got to remember that the replay center will break it down frame by frame, slow it right down. And if you're just moving the slide, it's going to lose the challenge. For Jenny Pilmer right now, you think they've got 2 games to try and lead this with 100% coaches challenge success rate and go with these triples.
How about New Zealand? Shamir just going to challenge in the first 2 minutes on Tuesday.
2 minutes in the game, and he's sure.
Ashley's able to get it to go. First 3 points, or the first points. That's a bad, lazy pass. And Glennon's able to pick the Daniel Johnson pass straight off. And now an opportunity for the Phoenix to tie it up. Mumford got in the air. Ashley, not sure he had to dive. Either way, it keeps it alive.
The ball's wet.
Shot clock into single figures. 14 in the first quarter for Craig. Can't get that to go. Another offensive rebound. Mumford uses the left to finish it.
That is way too many offensive rebounds.
Opportunities just led to 9 extra shots to beat a team ropes when they keep getting opportunity after opportunity to score.
Especially the Phoenix, who have all that scoring power. You cannot give them too many good shots at a time.
Full time to 31. Phoenix have the last 5 after the 36 has scored the first 6 of the second stanza. Kyle Adler speaking to his charges before head coach Simon Mitchell has his say.
DHO, take deep dive. Right here's our 32. Okay, one right here, wing, right there, okay. And guys, got a rebound out of the 32. 2 passes, count them out. Keep an eye on their defensive set here. Starting his own match up after a certain number of passes, but if they turn well on the other 36ers right now, they're playing a bit of good basketball on the defensive end. You've got to secure the rebound. You've got to reward yourself for all your effort you're doing on the defensive end. You can't have to, you play 24 seconds of a shot clock, okay, they're taking a rush shot, then you've got to play defense again. You're going to make it pay.
6 turnovers. They've given up 5 offensive rebounds, although it does feel like more, as I said. And we're not at all at 31. They're giving Phoenix opportunities, and yet they're still right in this game as the Phoenix extend the pressure a little bit.
I think the one thing that sticks out in that way are the assists, non-assists in the quarter in a video, which means that passing, they're sharing the ball.
Led by Mitch McCarron.
That's not on.
Ashley. Second opportunity, and in the end, it's a nice little finger roll by Cam Glidden to go courtside to John Casey.
Thanks, Cam. Yeah, I was just listening in with the Adelaide huddle during that timeout, but my attention was drawn to Cam Bairstow, who was in an earnest conversation with the team doctor, and he has now disappeared into the change room. So not a good sign for the 36ers now that Cam Bairstow has gone into the change room, obviously for some treatment. Just getting back to Jamie Pillman, what a tough day it's been for him. He was at the funeral of his mother-in-law this afternoon in New South Wales and had to charter a flight back here to get him back in time. So our condolences go out to Jamie Pillman and his wife Tracy for the sad passing of her mother. But a big night for Jamie Pillman. I asked Judge Playable pre-game if he had any advice for him because he had filled in for Simon Mitchell in the past, and he said he doesn't need any advice. I coached against him in the New Zealand NBL where he was coach of the year, Jamie Pillman, at Nelson. He said he knows his stuff, he'll be fine.
Thank you, Case.
It's hard right here.
He has.
They've just got to tighten up on the offensive glass.
Broke off. Can't finish it.
Yeah, that's not good news, Cam Bairstow. Hopefully, that's just a little bit of treatment they get him back out there because he has been that one shining light for the Adelaide 36ers this season.
4-point lead for the Phoenix, 9 of the last 9 for Southeast Melbourne. Glidden, 2-man game with Mitch Creek. Great pass. Not much you can do. Great pass came Glidden. Mitch Creek gets a full head of steam. He's able to use his left, lay it in. The last 11 for the Phoenix. He's got 16 to lead all scorers, and the lead is 6.
He's starting to pick them apart in the half court, just a screen and roll. Everything's opening up. He got some shooters. Cam Glidden, they dodged a few bullets. Cam Glidden had some open looks. But Ron Brokoff, Cam Glidden, they're going to draw a lot of attention.
I'm actually impressed with Ashley being able to stay on the floor for 11 minutes.
Oh, it's not go too early. You see, Dampino's ready to check in the game and give him a bit of a spell because he has played that long without picking up a foul.
Great. Sotto had a really nice start to this game. Talk about nice starts to the game. He's got 14 in the first quarter. That's going to count.
Well, it looked like in the end, heard the whistle threw it up. It looked like it was going to count. It was a continuation when the foul was called. One of the slowest in and out you'll see. But there's the foul, picked it up. He really wasn't even trying to make it. He was just going to throw it at the hoop to pull it from on the floor. But that is always going to count.
I don't know if it's always going to count. Some of the continuation rules do confuse me occasionally, but it always should count.
Right.
And I like it. This man is hot. 14, including 3 straight threes in the first quarter. He's got 16. And he's going head down with his forward teammate Mitch Creek right now. He's got 17. It's fun to watch when the best players in the league are in his top aggressive mood as Mumford takes it right into the teeth of the Adelaide 36ers defence and earns himself a couple of freebies.
Right at Mahalo King checks into the game. Mumford just puts his head down. Tries to get past and draws the foul.
Turn out, get your rebound. This guy goes to the glass like Dennis Martin. Live, sleeps, and eats the rebound.
One thing that wasn't good with both players is now the first time Green actually, Joe G can say he had foul trouble. Probably doesn't play in the game, but Simon Mitchell has to trust that, okay, we've got some foul trouble. Well, if they need somebody who's really good at guarding ball screens, he's exceptional, one of the best in the league, big man guarding ball screens. Simon Mitchell trusts to throw him out there. And he's made his little impact.
Just lends itself again to how deep Southeast Melbourne Phoenix is. 2 years ago, he was outstanding, Dan Cano. Last year, cruelled by injury. And now sitting behind some very talented big men and adding to the depth of this Southeast Melbourne franchise. King, now. Straight on, that's what he has to do. Mahalo King, the next start. His first point of the night, that lead is down to 2.
It's like a broken record.
Let me tell you something. That won't be the only offensive rebound game for Douglas tonight. You need that.
The issue is, no matter where the ball goes, he's going to have a knack to get there or just at least create a contest. And if you don't come up with it the first time, it'll spill into someone else's hands.
We're seeing a more aggressive Xavier Mumford tonight as well than recent weeks as Daniel Johnson can't get it to go. But they're putting heat on the rim, this Phoenix team who are so offensively talented, led by this man. Spins on the carrot, takes the ball, and the knockout.
Chris on another. He's
A bit of a mission here.
on a mission. Yeah.
That's what Karen screaming. He didn't do a whole lot wrong. I'm not sure if you can challenge coming. You wouldn't want to challenge this, but what are you going to say? You're going to save one potential point. There's not like Mitch McCarron's in foul trouble. So, again, just a chance that something right now you're thinking, what can we do to stop Mitch Creek? Because he's got 18 points, 8 or 11, and when he has the ball, he's scoring.
So what do you do?
You got to send a double leg. You got to go out there and make someone else beat you.
Talk me through this, coach. This is the night that Mitch Creek's had already.
Strong drive to the basket, dunk. That's the plays that get it going. Then you knock down a 3. No hand in the face. You can't afford that. Another 3. Back it up. Just use your system all the time. He's in that move where he's very aggressive.
He is, and we spoke about it off the top. You see those couple of threes earlier that really got him rolling. It has added another string to the Mitch Creek bow, which now makes him, if not the most dangerous player in the league, in that group of 2 or 3 that can lead their team to a championship.
There's a few of those, especially in the league right now. But what's good about this, I mean, we highlighted the concerns of the Adelaide. They don't really have a matchup for him one-on-one. And they know that, okay, Daniel Johnson might be starting on him. They're not going to put him back to the basket on the block to try and back down Daniel Johnson. They're going to send him in a pick and roll where Daniel Johnson has to show or do something else. And then you see there he's getting open because the rotating guy is either a small guy or it's a bigger Cam Best or a Kai Sotto where Mitch Creek takes one dribble and gets around them. So really good half-court offense from the Phoenix to try and exploit that. And when he does get a small guard on him, they roll it into the block. He's got his strength, so he's going to get to the spot.
And he's got that mindset where this used to be my team. This used to be my stadium. I'm coming home. I'll let you guys know what you missed.
3-point play is good. He'll take a seat.
Now let 36 fans know he's put that over the past few years.
I think they're also breathing a sigh of relief right now as Mitch Creek takes a well-earned break. 19 points, leads all scorers, and that lead is 7.
And he's gotten a little bit more consistent from the 3-point line. So his attitude is.
Well, Mumford had it for a split second, goes straight back to ditch. Turnover's been a concern. 7 in the first half for Adelaide. We're able to get away with one there. stagnant offense.
Now,
I know what you're going to say right now, Coach.
I don't want to seem like I'm picking on Mitch because I love Mitch Creek. If you got a five-man on you, I'm sorry, this is McCarron. If you got a five-man on you, you gotta go at it.
3 on 2. Here is McCarron. Oh, beautiful pass. Takes the first one, shoveled the second one. Harris is over the lady.
He needed to have that because you're spot on, Coach. He had Dane Pino on him. Trying to call the ball screen up from Hiram Harris, who had Mumford guarding him, and then realised that was in a straight switch, and that's not what you want. Waved him off. Then didn't even test the waters. Didn't even try and get around Dane Pino. And in the end, nothing really came off that play. So I see that they call it boomerang. So if you're the big on you, you quickly kick it off to kick to the Sunday deck. You take 4 steps back to the halfway line before they can try and get Dane Pino off. Mitch McCarron throw it back to with a head of steam downhill. Right, so quick 1-2. Didn't even try that.
Withers back in. Harris takes a seat. Glennon. Down far. Got it. Great pass, King Glennon.
Beautiful ball movement.
Couple of threes on the night for the Alpha. A wonderful story. Breakout year last year, continues it this year as a starter for the Phoenix. Here's Johnson. Here is McCarron. Just grabbed Daniel Johnson on the ball screen.
Simon Mitchell will love that last possession. Good for Greg. Cam Glidden is old. 4 from 3, 1 5 from the field. Young Harvey King in the air. Just a jump shot, a regulation jump shot. Knows he hasn't been shooting the ball well, so finds Isaiah after he's knocked down a 3 in the corner. And he rewards him.
Leads at 8. We'll get into the last 90 seconds of the first half. Hannahs. Shot clock's down to 6. Has to take Leafa right. Ungainly. Never really looked like a great D by Leafa, and now he has the bill as we head the other way. Brokoff. And it's stripped by McCarron. Now we've got a little 4 on 2. Sixers just a little nonchalant there. Now it's McCarron in the post. Couldn't get it to go. No friendly home roll there, the coach.
At least he took a shot.
The Phoenix. To Adnam. Just for the 2 for 1. Glidden. That's down. Great pass, Kyle Adnam.
Kyle Adnam does that so well. Little snake off the ball screen, creates the separation, doesn't force anything, and what he did is just make Mitch McCarron turn his head. Strong side corner, everybody knows you've got to stay home, especially if it's a shooter. Brokoff, he's 3. This is out to 11 points.
Shot clock is off. Dench down to 5. Head down, gets deep, tries to get Pinot in the air, did a good job, but Pinot was able to get the palm through it. It'll stay with the 36ers baseline, 2.3 on the clock.
Looks like there might have been a little foul when he got off the ground earlier.
That's no different to the Mitch McCarron calls the other way.
Well, you're exactly right, because you see, Dane Pino left before Sunday Dech. I think they might have just got a little clean after that. 2.3 on the clock, what have they got to end the half?
Hannahs curls, couldn't get it to him. Now it gets it to him, gets inside too easy. Oh, I like the other way, gets a little hit. And Dusty Hannahs right as the time, and the clock is spying. 0.8 on the clock, he's able to get it to go.
Simon Mitchell will not be happy with that.
That's where you go from pretty positive halftime speech to just starting off with maybe 1 or 2 sentences not fit for air.
A couple of bad words.
And this is Hannahs. Gets it to go for the 3-point play. Little deflection game, but Adelaide for sniff, and that ends a very entertaining first half. Adelaide Entertainment Centre, that man has been incredible. Mitch Creek has been hot, he's got 19. Daniel Johnson has 17, and it's been a very fun game to watch.
Well, we're talking about Simon Mitchell, that last play, they had a really good second quarter. Just having a few words to say about how they ended that last play. Good awareness by Daniel Johnson. Smith Miller is ready to throw the quarterback pass. There's the late heave. Yes, Phoenix really dominant quarter. Going in half time, 8-point lead.
Let's get down to John Casey, I believe, who's with the man of the first half.
Mitch Creek, wow, what a first half, man. 19 points, and you're right back in your old stomping ground. You got lots of fans in the house. You're turning it on.
Oh, look, it's a lot of fun. You know, me and DJ were talking about just smack back and forth and having a bit of a laugh with it. It's nice to play and having Matt on the court with me, although we're not on the same team anymore. It's just nice to feel a bit of a rhythm. I've been shooting like absolute crap lately, so it's nice to see it really go through.
Seesawing affair. They were up 5. You've been up 11. What's key in the second half?
Like breakdowns on that last play, like we got to be solid. You know, 2 seconds left, make a catch outside and shoot a contested shot without fouling. We jumped 3 or 4 times. DJ's had a couple chippies and stuff like that. We just got to be disciplined without fouling. It'll be okay.
Always great to see you in Adelaide.
Thanks, guys.
Mitch Creek there at half time in the southeast Melbourne Phoenix enjoying an 8-point advantage. It was out to as many as 11. Sixers grabbed some momentum right on the buzzer there, but it's 50-42. We've got more for you from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre in just a moment.
We're going to have to get Case to chase up because no Cam Bairstow to start this second half. Whether that's a bit more of a matchup, I do like Todd Withers. He's probably the only one who have a chance to guard Mitch Creek 101, trying to match his athleticism. But Cam Bairstow, we know he went out with the injury, as Case mentioned in the first half, went back to the locker room. It's going to make things very difficult for their shining light. Wow, that's tough.
Great pass, knocked it on the bounce.
How do you guard Mitch Creek? And a lot of it is, if you try and double him, as you mentioned, Cobes, they've got shooters. They will make you pay. What's been really good from the Phoenix, this is what I think they have to do more. We've seen over the last couple of weeks, when the game gets closer, there's a clutch moment, they put the ball in other people's hands. It's got to go through Mitch Creek, good backdoor pass there. Let's let him make the play. Not to shoot every time, but let him make a decision. A lot of the times he makes the right one, that's what you want.
Yeah, he's smart enough to make that right decision. He's not going to force anything. If you're open, he'll get you the ball. The thing I love about him is he's being aggressive. When he's aggressive, they look like a whole different team.
Here he is again, takes a little takes a bump, takes a hit, finishes it. 3-point play opportunity. Jamie Perlman, not 2 minutes ago, was saying, Mitch Creek, we've got to stop him. And the first 2 plays of the third quarter, Mitch Creek has proven, right now, you've got no answer.
Mitch Creek's smart enough to take Todd Withers off the dribble. And what really, for other teams who talk about getting to the final series, the finals matchup for Mitch Creek is going to be the one because every fourth spot is a really good matchup for him. We've got Jack White from United, Xavier Cooks from Sydney, Vic Moore from Perth.
Absolutely.
So the 4 setters are pick.
Illawarra's going to have a chance. Illawarra's going to have a chance. They have to go on the road, but the road, as I think Coach I mentioned, gives you a chance to really come together.
Stats finish it. McCarron on the rebound. I believe the 4 is set. I know the coach Stats is able to get it to go. You said on the jump earlier tonight. You think the 4? I'll let you later.
Stays the way it is because Sydney have a very easy run in the second part of the season. I shouldn't say easy, but easier than most.
Nothing sure. It's a big turnaround from you because Casey told me you told them to chase it.
Daisy, I don't know what's going on with Daisy,
Well, the top line, not as is. Illawarra's 4th right now. But again, all these games are going to be crucial.
He's your boy, Casey, coach.
well, sometimes Daisy can say the wrong thing. Never say I never wanted him for 5. I just said he was under pressure. And so he was until his dynamic guard came in, and now everything's fine.
Good time out here. Jamie Melvin.
That is huge. The lead is 13. Leaf has hit another 3. He's 3 from 3 for the lead of plenty.
Turner, long rebound. No one's really back for safety. And Ryan Bronkoff does what we keep talking about. Adelaide needs to transition towards the defense. Shooters space the floor. Someone's going to knock it down. 53% from the field for the Phoenix.
Tom Casey's courtside case.
Yeah, thanks, Cam. Look, I've been in speaking with the Adelaide 36ers bench. Now, the bad news for 36ers fans is that Cam Bairstow will not return for the remainder of the game. They are just doing some further tests on him. We saw the doctor speaking to him when he came from the floor. The physio has also been speaking with him as well. I've just spoken to the team doctor who tells me that he is not in a position where he's going to be able to come back on the floor for the rest of the game.
Hey, just while we got your case, what is the injury?
Look, at this stage, they declined to explain exactly what is wrong with Cam Bairstow. They just said that they just need to get some further tests done on him, and that's all the information that I was able to get.
Thank you, Case.
That is the worst case scenario for the Adelaide 36ers. We spoke about it at the top of the game. Why he was the last signing in the off-season was because he has the ability to pick up some injuries that if they're declining to say what it is or what it could be, you really, you're an Adelaide 36ers fan hoping this is not something that's going to keep him out of action for a while. The consistent shining light of a tough first half to the season. Just his energy, his effort, looked like he was just back to his old ways.
Well, if he's not healthy, then that's when you look at another import. You got to bring someone else in to help him out. He didn't look like he was agreeing with their doctor.
No,
By the way, he was saying, I can go.
there was a robust discussion. The leads at 13. Last 5 points for Phoenix. Now the 36ers. Need to stay in touch here. Daniel Johnson guarded by Creek, the two hot men, the two former teammates. Two boys have been talking smack to each other all night. Mumford came in for the double team. We got his hand caught in a cookie jar, and DJ will go to the line for two.
Mitch Creek just looking at Mumford saying, don't do that for the whole. These guys are past teammates, they know how to play each other. And Mitch Creek, that's still it's going to be bread and butter for Daniel Johnson. But if he knocks that one down, you live with it. But again, the stationary offense of the 36ers, Mitch McCarron didn't test the waters, kicked it over to Withers. We had Joe Chi at the 3-point line, didn't even look to put the ball on the floor, trying to get past the big fella. Just threw it to Daniel Johnson. Normally is automatic across his career from the free throw line. He's leaving a few points here.
Wait for second. He's 5 of 7 from the stripe today. He's having a huge night. 18 points, 14 in the first quarter. He only played 4 minutes in the first half due to fouls. Wide open, let it fly. Off the back iron. Harris, I need him to be more aggressive. That's Detch guarded by Cheek. Gonna take it right at him, gets around him too easy. That's a nice move by Sunday Detch, which is exactly what you want a Mitch McCarron to do, Pete Hawley.
Well, that and Tom Withers when he had the ball on the rim. Josh here is elite when he's around the NBL line, around the charge circle, his ability to change a shot, block a shot, also on the defensive end. And he's not that comfortable when you bring him out to the 3-point line. And again, when you do get past him or put him at a disadvantage, you got to go into his body just a little bit to throw his timing off.
Fade away, too short. Now McCarron. Leads at 10. Last 3 points for the 36. He's trying to build some momentum. Kept the line by Hannah. But only to the hand of Mumford. 2-on-2. Great pass. To Chi. Mumford, little flick pass. Thread the needle. Chi with the left hand throw down, which isn't all that hard when you're as tall as he is. But the big man getting involved after a very minimal output in the first half.
And that's a great pass for two reasons. Great pass by seeing you put him on the floor, but you get the big guy involved.
Mumford again runs down the long rebound, beats Harris to it. Gonna take it right at him.
And Mitch, good defense. See how the other end, Daniel Johnson was trying to hand off to Mitch Creek and then pull into a ball screen. But Daniel Johnson just likes to fly out of it instead of setting them. Now what happens is Mitch McCarron had no advantage. There's a little smooth pass. Joe Chi done it right the floor. But the problem is if you're going to just fly out of the screens, like it's not really a slip, it's more of just a slide out of the screen. There's no advantage for the guard trying to turn the corner. Mitch McCarron put his back to the basket where he's comfortable, likes to post up a lot.
Phoenix by 12. Detch takes its puck, couldn't finish it in the end. Creek. Doesn't quite have the same ring when someone's got hold of your arm, but the big fella will go alive for two. Lobbed up to TV Soto, and that's
Well, it also doesn't have as much when the third player is not even involved in the play. It's the one saying it. McCarron just taking out jobs.
I didn't like the entertainment of which Mitch McCarron provided his team. Leaves that all alone. And all of a sudden, Hungry Jack's Burgers. Here we go. Waits. Adelaide turns the line. Here it goes to the jersey. He wears. There it is. Hungry Jack's free cheeseburger. South Australia, enjoy it. The code word is ball. Head to the NBL app to claim your free cheeseburger redeemable until 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Lead stays at 12. Sotto. Didn't get it to go.
Well, this is the time right now where Mitch McCarron does have to be aggressive. Daniel Johnson off the floor, no Cam Bairstow. Do it for Maya Harris. Dead Sotto and McCarron.
With the move.
I like it. Go down. Go G. Go down to him and let him go to work.
Giants joining us only in the 4 minutes of the first half for G with 2 early fouls. 6 points, 3 boards on the night.
And this is where they're going to be really potent defensively and offensively if they can start a foul job. Ashley and Chi playing together.
Check screen, got a wide open look, couldn't finish it. Sotto with a rebound, and now Adelaide with an opportunity to get it back within single figures. Sotto right at cheek, great defense. Great to see the two big men go at it. Here's Adnan. We'll renew the battle now. Sheet, there's a double team. Gets him in the air. Beautifully now takes the foul. Patience.
Been around in the leagues for so long. Really smart. He's going to try to get one back there. Joe Tree doing what Simon Mitchell was saying, trying to be straight vertical on their right hand. Just a bad move. No, he was trying to get the block. A little overzealous.
2 shots.
The big man hits the line. What a find. Southeast Melbourne Phoenix to get him in the off-season. Fit him in nicely. Works perfectly to the rules we have in the NBL, which is great. And he has been a revelation since the first time we laced him up in the Phoenix jersey.
Apparently he's an absolute superstar.
Right now it's just put into the good middle part of the first half of the season, adjusting to the fouls. Now he's starting to rack them up a little bit. New players in the NBL takes some time to try and learn that, how it's officiated. Every single one.
McCarron no good, there is Chi. Rebound number 5 on the night. The lead's at 13. Tapped away, Mitch McCarron again from behind, done it perfectly. And the lead say he takes up 2 hands up, he did. He did when he poked it away in the first half.
That's what he does in the game, Mitch McCarron. 2-handers, and that's his only points. 3 downs, 1 for cut, and 2. Great guys.
6 points, 4 boards, 7 assists for Mitch McCarron.
Towards Yorker. Going to the big fella's ankles. There he is, another tackle. Run around. From Mitch McCarron. So if you're a guard right now, you've got to know that if he's trailing on coming off the ball screen, he's going to have a crack at that. It's only afterwards. It's a pick and roll. It's either going to be a bounce pass that comes up to the for Ashley, or throw it up.
Liverpool lead. 2.5 minutes to go. Adelaide Entertainment Centre Friday night. Hungry Jacks NBL. Here's Jamie Pillman.
DJ's coming in the screen. Tags are coming off of this showing. DJ's out. Find DJ out. Find Sam Reeves. This is a weak side guard. If you literally just flip it up in the air, Boyce is going to fucking throw that thing down there. Okay? If you drive, we got that number 4. Weak side windows. We found Macca. And if you kick it there, simple basketball right now. But it's the defensive end, okay? Defensive end right here. We've got a lift. Toughness, physicality.
Jamie Pillman, standing coach, and doing a bloody good job urging his troops. And the word from Mayor Pete Hawley, let's get another 10 leading into the 4th quarter.
They're hanging around. Never let it blow out at any point since things really started to turn it on in the 2nd quarter offensively. Let's see if they can execute. Draw something up out of a timeout. Potentially could be some sort of lob here for Sotto. they can execute against this Phoenix defense. So wouldn't be surprised if they got some sort of zone and say, that's what we normally do after timeout. You know, they're drawing up the play.
Duvamar in for his first minute, straight to the bucket. Brandon Ashley. He's able to snatch the rebound. Cheese taking a break with Milner in there. His first time in the third quarter. So only a small glimpse of the Twin Towers playing together. Ben Collins tonight. Sotto, great job to keep it alive. He's been active. It should become the norm every time he's got on the court. 2.6 boards tonight. There it is.
Great pass from Daniel Johnson.
His legs are in the rim.
That's under 10. Sotto has 4. Tarangi. He's come out of that timeout aggressive.
You scream like in there because Droppins will be standing here. Even that, he's heading for the bench.
Shot clock's down 8. Dufamar's going to need to be creative here. Hands it off to Sunday Dechi. It's a launch from 25 foot. That was one of his short to Rangi.
It's always going to be an offensive foul to rebound. So, look, they helmet us. Clean up the defensive glass, guys, and then it's a big lob. Good connection here. Daniel Johnson stood up. He'll go get it. Man, that offensive foul on the rebound for trying in face guarding. You feel like you're getting face guarded as a big. All you got to do is fake like you're trying to get your arms up to go through. It's always going to be a foul.
Didn't mind it from Daniel Johnson either. After he just nonchalantly laid it in, he did ask for the continuation, even though it was 5 seconds later. He's been great tonight, Daniel Johnson. That first quarter was scintillating. Giving Adelaide a real chance tonight against Southeast Melbourne. Dufamar the step back, no good. And Mitch Creighton re-enters the fray, the urging of Copeland, and is able to grab the rebound. Is Adelaide. 2 for 1 for the Phoenix. Comes up short there. And we've got a 7-second differential.
That lady just hanging around.
So you got to do it, play on the own floor. Just hang around. Play a couple of plays in that fourth quarter. Make Phoenix have something to think about.
Johnson right at Creek, forced it, no good. Last shoulder for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Adam. What a pass. Perfectly handed off. Ashley's able to lay it in, and the lead is restored to double figures right on 3-quarter time. The lead is 11. What can Adelaide do? Look at Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. It's great second half time. Find out on the other side of this.
You're watching National Basketball League.
to your supermarket right now. All right.
The first couple of minutes here.
Huge.
For the Sixers.
Firstly, you got to find a way to stop Mitch Creek.
That's it.
And secondly, McCarron has to get hot and start shooting the ball looking at the basket.
Knocks it down. 9 points, 4 boards, 7 assists for Mitch McCarron. And now Duke gets in the passing lane. And just misses. Was worried out by Mitch Creek.
That would have been a 6-point game. Really good, perfect start. And what did you want? 3 ball, and then a breakaway too. And in the end, Mitch Creek does not even contest.
Hasn't been hot as last week. Tried to find Turangi, who's heading for the rebound. He's ditched the other end. That's not a great pass, but they're going to hold on to it. And now the 36ers can get into this lead. It hasn't been this close for a little while. Down to 8. Ditch, shot clock at 4. Has to get to work. It has to do it now. Not going to get it up. Right D, Ashley.
Well, great defense, but another one of those possessions where they just walked around the 3-point line. Nobody went attacks. Nobody put their head down and tried to make a play. At the rim, they just kind of passed the ball around, hoping that something would break down. Even the worst defense in the league is not going to break down and no one test the waters.
Great deal of bad offense. Top of his bad offense.
Cooled off a little bit after his big night last Saturday. And again, another opportunity. 4th time lucky for the 36ers to cut into this lead of 8.
Well, just like getting some minutes now. Mitch McCarron's played the whole game. What do you see from Harvey King? It's half a season ago. If you say you don't bring an import in, I think if Cam Besto's out for a little bit longer, they'll definitely look at that. They'd probably have no choice.
Mojave is an interesting one for me. He has the ability, he has the size, he can shoot the ball, but and he's getting the opportunity. I just don't know if he's ready right now. I'd like to see him play another year and play major minutes.
What do you think when you talk about from the Titans to the Adelaide 36ers? We're trying to break into a line. Now, you're not going to be, we're talking about the next stars around again. Josh Giddey was the comparison last season. You're going to be one that has the ball that hands a lot. So where can you find a point of difference where if it's CJ Group, how do I not play? I think for him, his athleticism is on the defensive end. Be the guy who can lock somebody up, who would come out there, slide your feet, makes life really tough. Well, he's sitting there really thinks, okay, we need someone. Who's going to be the one? Who can I trust that besides Sunday Dash, who's going to take a lot of that responsibility? If he needs a break, we're going Jalen Adams. Just got to try and make Jalen Adams' night a bit tough for a few minutes here or there. Then you slowly work in your offense and start to work out from there.
If they go with an import guard, which has been rumoured to be locked in, of course, in the Cam Besto situation, might change that a little bit. We may not see much more of that this year. But legitimately, his due for mine is in front of him. Just, you got McCarron, you got Hannes, who's coming off the bench. Then you got Sunday Dent, who's one of the best defensive players in the league. It's very hard to see how it goes. Broke off, straight in the bucket, lays it in with the left. John Casey is courtside. Case, what do you got?
Just further to that conversation, it's really hard for Mojave King to get minutes as well because Mitch McCarron has just subbed out of the game for the first time tonight. He played all 30 in the first 3 quarters and the first 2 minutes here of the 4th. He just sat down for his first rest.
That's going to be hard to go. When you talk about the breakdown, where the minutes going to come from, we kind of had that conversation with Michael Frazier in the wing spot for the Perth Wildcats. If McCarron plays near 40, that rolls out a lot of minutes, and you've got an import guard coming off the bench from Dusty Hannes.
Wants to go upstairs and challenge it. He's pointing towards Simon Mitchell.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
He's not going to get it because coach something in the outlet. Okay, I don't just trust players every single time.
Listen.
Put Simon Mitchell down the other end of the floor, doesn't get a view of himself out of travel.
They turned it over 7 times in the first half, Adelaide. Only 2 times since. And this will be frustrating for Adelaide fans, Coach, because they are right there. They are within striking distance. In the first 3 minutes of this last quarter has some frustration attached to it.
It does, but look, they're still in the game. You're down 6 points. You're down 2 baskets. Just play smart basketball and get a good shot. Personally, I'm going through Daniel Johnson. Well, I'm going to get Daniel Johnson the ball on the box. I'm going to give him the ball up top. I'm going to give him the ball on the wing and let him go to work.
Coach, you start the game 3 of 3 from 3, and you've taken 1 3 since and you missed it. Would you ever have been in that situation?
No, sir. No, sir. I'm going to get it up.
Very interesting. Didn't know stop here. The Sixers in the good little run. They're setting tied with Mitch McCarron sitting on the bench.
Greg turned the first one out, gets around Johnson, lofts it to Ashley. Couldn't get it to go, and now they can push Adelaide through Dusty Hanners. 2-on-2 has DJ Company. That's going to be a foul. Simon Mitchell desperate for the trouble, but Dusty Hanners did enough to use the body, use a little upright, fake a little Euro step, and he'll go to line for 2.
We take here from Dusty Hanners. The defense wasn't set. Well, definitely was a lot of ball that first time for Ryan Wyckoff. That's not when the foul was called. The foul was called later. So maybe there was just a little bit. And again, so let the coach's challenge. If you get a little bit of hand, so when they break it down frame by frame, your hand touching their hand or wrist, it's going to be enough to lose a challenge.
Which is what happened with New Zealand and the Tim Delaney call on.
You get all ball and then you just get a little bit of hand after the ball had already been poked out, which Tim Delaney did. You're going to stay with the call on the floor. Really good.
4. They're right there, the 36ers. A big scalp. They can see against Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, who sits second on the Amy ladder. Another turnover.
Basically said in the third quarter, just don't hang around, make a big play or 2 in the fourth quarter. The fans will get involved, and you give the Phoenix something to worry about.
We're carrying back in for Dufamai. Here's Hannes. From the Bunnies logo. When it lifted the roof off the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, it was to no avail.
That wasn't the smartest shot to be right on the pitch.
And Hartford makes him pay at the other end.
100%.
It's been those little breakdowns where, okay, they're going a bit of a run. They get some stops. What do you get down the offensive end? Well, Daniel Johnson's got to touch the ball. He's got 22 points. He's missed 3 shots. Got to find a way to get the ball in his hands. There we go.
Here he is, V3. 2 hot men on the night. Right, shot, half sky, half.
It's not rocket science. Those two have been going at it all night.
3. Can't reply. Another opportunity. We think under 5 minutes. Down 4. Has Aliafa. Great defense, Aliafa.
Standing defense was Aliafa. That's why he's out there in the big moments. One-on-one defense.
So the smarter teams will slow it down and go back to Daniel Johnson, who just made a basket. Have a look at him. He's good enough where he won't force it. He'll pass it out if something becomes open, right?
Yeah, I sense a little bit of frustration there for Dusty Hanners. Once that deep 3 ball got too involved. But Daniel Johnson didn't get too involved.
Here he is. Takes the He's great. Stares them in the eyes and says, I'll give you a long 2 for my next
I think we need to go down and we need to coach him about it.
Not rocket science. You've got a man who's missed 3 shots on the night.
Phoenix by 2, 69-67.
Hey, this is Nick Harris from the Adelaide 36ers. Birthday is really important for us.
1 and 9 speed for Daniel Johnson. He's got 26. And he's single-handedly dragging his Adelaide 36ers team back into this contest in a game they so desperately need to win.
26 on 73% shooting, though, Ken.
We know how efficient he's been for a long period of time. This is going to be a fun last 4 minutes and 43 seconds. This is fun. Friday night, Hungry Jacks NBL around the country. Two teams desperate for a win. One to stay in the top two. One to stay in contact with the top four and continue to resurrect their season. And they've been led by two of the superstars, Daniel Johnson at 26. Mitch Craig has been brilliant at the other end.
6. They don't have to shoot the ball every time, but they need to be involved in every single offense. They both have 24 points. I don't know whether they said anything in the Omni tip saying, let's just have a night.
That'll count. That will definitely count. Now, if it takes the bump, kiss it off the window. 3-point opportunity here.
I reckon that was a play drawn up where they were trying to get something as a misdirection. Isaiah Liapa, they knew Dusty Hannis. Let's go like Dusty Hannis here. Just puts the Jets on. They try to have everything looking like it was coming across the top. So Dusty Hannis was good out of his stance. And gets ripped baseline.
Leads at 4. Liapa's in the double figures with 11. We spoke about NBL overtime, or on NBL overtime Tuesday, about Mitch Creek needing to be the closer for this team, Bulls. He gets an opportunity tonight. So McCarron gives it straight to him. He's going to back him in, gets wherever he wants to go to. Good D in the end. But gee, there. Great D again, Mitch McCarron. Makes amends for the turnover. Has minute the rim by Cheat. He says, not today.
He says no, sir.
That's what Joe G does do well. Protects the rim. And you're right, Mitch Creek being the closer doesn't have to shoot the ball every time, just has to make a play.
She spoke about teams being smart here.
Who's got 29 and the lead is 1.
8 rebounds, 4 assists. Been outstanding.
Mumford and Johnson. Great D sewn up and now the team's going to lead to take the lead for the first time in a long time.
Give it back to him, give it back to him.
Yes. Factor is good.
36ers. Look at that fourth quarter. We keep saying get the ball to Daniel Johnson. He's going to strike through it. Came up over. It's saying go get a bucket.
For the first time since early in the second quarter, Adelaide are in front. And Hannes. Little isolation with broken off, able to get that to go. He's at them. Here is Street. Holy call for it. Little reverse clutch. Uses the right hand. He's able to finish it off the window. And Saturday's Melbourne Phoenix snaps the lead right back.
From a broken record right now, it's not rocket science. You've got one bloke with 26 points dominating one end, one with 29 dominating at the other.
Ditch. Shot clock at 6. Spins into trouble. And what a move. Not easy to spin it into G. You'll be able to get over the outstretched arms. He did it there. This back and forth contest continues. Sotto says no.
It's super close to Adelaide's ability to just hang around all game, make some big plays when they need to. Only got left in this last 2 minutes.
And it's 2-man game. Pulls up 16-footer. Leaves along. Mitch Creek gets rebound number 9. And we're under 2 minutes.
It will be the worst thing right now. They're overtime for you Friday night.
Free basketball. Hashtag.
He's relished the minutes that he's getting right now. 9 rebounds, got 4 points. They've just been disrupting. Shots got 3 blocks. Following up the keyway, got toe with Joe G. Take it.
and let him go to work. We got some guys, we got some superstars going on. We're going to have a meeting before the game and say, look, you get 30, I get 30.
That's right, exactly what I think they said at the top.
Well, I hope that the rest of the Adelaide team are involved in that meeting so they get him a pill here. Soto straight on three, got you in the air. Puts it on the floor, just hands it up.
Gee, I'm not sure why he's jumping for joy at the top of the key for the class of contact. They stayed out. In the end, probably got a little lucky, but sort of followed the man's hands and hasn't done a whole lot wrong tonight.
And they've scoreless tonight.
Yeah.
Off for three. James able to keep it alive, but only to the end of three. And the sit for four.
He makes some big time shots. Kyle Adam. First points in the game, and they're huge ones. Would have come down with that rebound we spoke about it. All the way to the Adelaide 36 is a great defensive possession. Long rebound. Long shot from Ryan Bossoff. They just cannot secure the rebound. Kyle Adam wide open. I know he's missed a lot tonight, but it's still a layup. Wide open.
We'll make more than this.
Absolutely.
Walks into it and goes bang. Now, this is set for a huge last 57 seconds.
What do you think should happen, Cam? We've been talking about it all day, the whole fourth quarter. What do you think should happen here?
A roll into Daniel Johnson. You don't need a three.
And we've seen that in the last 2 weeks. We've seen a lot of teams just say, oh, we're down three. There's more than just 5 or 6 seconds left. You've got a whole minute here. You definitely do not need a three ball. Get something good. Get him in some sort of offensive set. Again, you can use him maybe as a little bit of a version. Say, okay, let's put him into a ball screen. Maybe it's a pick and pop. They have to rotate.
I'm a simple man, coach, but I've got a theory on sport.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what sport it is, when your game's there to be won, you make sure your best players are involved and give them a chance to get the job done. Now, Mitch Craig, Daniel Johnson, I'm pretty certain right now they can shoot a full court shot. Can you? If you think you can do it at an NBL game, head to the NBL website, win pays to enter for your chance to shoot for $100 grand in a Latrobe Financial Sharp Shot. And don't worry, if you miss your first shot, you get a second go from half court for $50K. Go there right now. There's the website. Creek and Johnson, I'm going to say they do it right now. They are hot. We are set for a wonderful last 57.8 seconds.
Let's see what they have drawn up. Daniel Johnson with 31 points, 10 of 13 from the field. Plenty of time left in this game.
Catch Carnival broke off. Dennis. Shot clock at 7 is Dets for 3. Soto ran long, kept it alive. Again, a reset. Dennis, this is what they should have taken the first time or two. Couldn't get it. She with the board. And now, Adelaide have a decision to make. Is there a 5.5 second differential? They're playing out. It looks like they can't. So they eventually go.
And they get out of that.
Yeah.
You had 6.5 seconds differential. You had a stop to run down. And just get him in. It's a tough one. It's a real tough one. But if they were going to foul, it should have been straight away. Because you've got 2 more to give. Or 1 more to give here before they go to the line. They have no choice. It's got to be a couple of quick fouls. Legal fouls. No wrap-ups. No hugs.
You're going to foul Cheese straight away. There you go. Good call.
Now again, try and keep the ball out of Brokoff's hands, the other's hands, Kyle Adams' hands. Leaving Mitch Creek.
The way he's playing Mitch Creek.
This is actually coming in for Joe Chi.
Baseline ball for the Phoenix.
Coming through the line, no doubt about it. That's just going to be shaky this year. As well, that's why I was questioning it. But yeah, if you're the Sixers, can you get the ball funneled towards Brandon Ashley?
When everyone was expecting them to see it foul, they sagged and laid it in. The lead is 5, and Adelaide have been valiant, but they've got 12.4 seconds now to come up with a miracle.
Well, it's going to be awfully tough. The opportunity. I love that Dustin Hayes didn't try to Forced that deep three, got there to a floater. It's 3-11. He's had a tough night. Look at this. He can give you 2 points every single night of the week. So often you see that happen. Mitch Creek makes the play, and then someone just thinking, okay, I'll dribble the ball back out. You found me. 2 points are there. 2 points is 2 points. So there's a big bucket here.
5-point lead. It has been an entertaining night.
36 is just one player in the double figures. Daniel Johnson with 31 points, 13 shots. Sunday Dench, tough night, 3 of 14. Sunday Dench, Dusty Harris, 3 of 11. Mitchell Parrott, 4 of 8. Can't get us to 7 minutes going out those injuries.
Mitch Creek trying to explain. Referee probably not paying great attention. 5-point lead. All right, here we go. Can they conjure up a miracle here, coach?
It's already tough. 12 seconds is why you give me that look over?
Well, quick free ball here, and it'll be game on. No timeouts left.
You were part of something like this back in the mid-90s, that Magic Tigers game when you were able to...
12 seconds.
Looking, and that...
Well, that's been 2 weeks in a row. If you remember the Sydney Kings, they lost their 2 timeouts and didn't get good look at all. It looks like there was a lot of contact with Dusty Harris just trying to get open. And I think the referee might have realised, okay, we may have missed something there and left them because there was probably an 8-second inbound. They wouldn't get the ball in.
They gave themselves an opportunity, Adelaide. They're going to fall a little bit short. They're going to take one on Sunday as well. Ryan Brokoff makes the first. He's up to 11. He's got 5 boards, throw a couple of assists in as well. And that will nearly do it for that man, Jamie Perlman, who has been great tonight, but his team will fall just a little bit short. Sunday Ditch, that's low. And Southeast Melbourne Phoenix stay in the top 2 with a 7-point away victory in the Adelaide Entertainment Centre over Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. It was that man who broke the deadlock just within the last 60 seconds with a big 3 off an offensive rebound, and it was almost a go-ahead basket.
Well, credit the 36ers again. Phoenix tried to break this game open multiple times. They just made some big plays and stuck right in there, gave themselves a real shot at winning it, and in the end, the wipeout from the Phoenix just got them over the line. Mitch Creek was terrific. Daniel Johnson was awesome, and a lot of positives, I think, for both teams to come out of this. In the end, this is a game Phoenix just had to win. You want to stay in touch with the top 2. We're talking about Melbourne United are up there. Phoenix are currently second, but the 2 teams underneath them on the run home. Sydney Kings have a nice run home. It's going to be, I think, hard for them maybe to jump up to first all the way. But the Perth Wildcats get 9 or so home games, so they're going to be hot on the tail. And we know how important home court advantage is in the area.
They're a legit championship team, aren't they, Coach?
They are when Mitch Creek's playing like that. And look, he has talent around him. When you got a guy taking the lead and doing it the way he did it, 12 for 18 from the field, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He's your leader. He gets going, they'll be good.
Huge win. They go home and take on Illawarra on Sunday. We're looking forward to that one. John Casey is courtside, and as Coach mentioned, Pete Hawley continues to mention, we spoke about him all night because Mitch Creek was hot from the start of the game, and he joins Case now.
Mitch Creek, congratulations. That's a big win. They really came at you, threw it at you there in the last quarter. Retook the lead, but it's good composure to get your game back and get on top.
Yeah, we know how good they are, how talented offensively. Defensively, they had a few struggles, but they locked down, and when they needed to, they stopped us and made us kind of shoot really bad shots. And DJ was massive down the stretch. He had a quiet kind of second and third, but yeah, he finished the game really well, and that's what great players do.
14 points in the opening quarter for you, 29 on the board here. Is that the best game you played this season?
I don't really worry about any of that. We won, we're just trying to go 5-2 every 7 games, and we're trying to keep ourselves at a high level for the club and where we're trying to go for the future. So It's not about who individually performs well. It's just about trying to spread the load and share the love. And when the boys start that, mate, we're pretty hard to stop.
Well, you're serious championship contenders, and I think it's your depth that really has opened that up for you. The fact that it's not just you, it's someone else on any given night. Last week, Liafa's defensive role against Bryce Cotton was outstanding. You've got a lot to work with.
Yeah, massive. You know, Izzy was amazing tonight. He mightn't have had 15 or anything like that, but he stopped Dusty from having a big night, and he's a massive key for them. You know, Cam's come out and had a 20-point night, just couldn't miss, and that just draws the defense out an extra step, gives me a few lanes, gives other guys some passing options. And when we understand our offense and we're really cohesive on that one end, it flows really well defensively. And when we lock down defensively and rebound like we did tonight, we can do some pretty cool things.
It's the third time this season you've won 3 in a row. You're starting to really build the momentum, aren't you?
Yeah, we haven't got 4, I think. It's the cursed number. So hopefully we can go and get a win on Sunday against Illawarra. But yeah, we're just trying to be better every day. And we've had a lot of injuries. We've had a lot of people out with COVID and protocols and things like that. So to have a healthy group of guys consistently training together, you can see the results.
And anything in particular you want to share with the Adelaide fans before I let you go?
Look, it's just nice to be back, to see a lot of the fans that were there when I was here. And, you know, you got kids here with my jersey on and, you know, my old Creek jersey. And it's really nice to see Ken on the baseline and Fitzy, like all these people and the staff. You know, even running around with DJ and watching him pull his shorts and do this 700 times, it brings back a lot of good memories. So it's great to play here. I do miss it.
Yeah, we got great memories of you being here as well. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thanks, cheers.
Yeah, we got great memories of you being here. Good luck for the rest of the season.
14 in the first quarter, almost how we started. And they round up, and he made the play, something he's done with more regularity this year in NBL 22. And then he skates to the post, using the right hand here, and he was cooking on all cylinders in that first half. As they could not stop him. 14 in the first quarter. As Pete Hawley kept pointing out, he's a smaller guard, he goes to the post, and he's a bigger guy, he just takes him out to the 3-point line and does whatever he wants, and he was outstanding. He's the superstar for South East Melbourne Phoenix. 29.7 boards, throw 5 assists in, 12 of 18 from the field. This is a Mitch Creek who is in dominant form, Pete Hawley.
Oh, he is. I mean, you talk about an MVP contender. I think it's a 4-horse race, and Mitch Creek just kind of thinking everyone's talking about Joe Larchul, Jalen Adams, Bryce Cotton. Can't forget about Mitch Creek, heart and soul of Phoenix, and that's exactly why he is a superstar.
He is. Now leave Ryan Brockhoff might have slipped on the headphones courtside. Ryan, congratulations, mate. Nice night as well. We've been talking, and Mitch Creek just told us moments ago as well, the depth of this team continues to shine each and every week, and tonight was another perfect example of it.
Yeah, exactly. It was very much a team effort. Obviously, Creasy had a big night, as he always does. You know, when we're struggling, he's the one who could.
Get the best flash sale deals in Masada's 3-3 birthday opening sale. Get up to 90% off flash sales in electronics, fashion, beauty, and home and living. Check out now from March 3 to 7.
Guys, isa itong eksena na to sa mga highlight ni Guys Sotto ngayong hapon. At kita-kita yung confidence level tumaas mga kapayat. Tignan.
Jacks.
For sure, and especially with the business end of the season coming up.
I'm coming home